Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I've got some tiny humans and some TV in the background. Please don't mind. This is daylight savings time. Took me by surprise. Not to mention that I've been up since, no, I stayed up until like 4 this morning. Trying to fix the new website, which I'm really excited about, and I fixed most of it. So the new website is www.tezpresso.coffee, which I'm really excited about, and the old URL will soon be pointing to the new URL. The old site, please don't go sign up on the old site. It is still functional, but that's only to maintain for everybody else that's already signed up there. If you're thinking about signing up, go to the new site because there's also an option for a free gift. You can choose from a carafe, a basket case, the newly dubbed basket case, a gooseneck kettle, like this guy right here, a V60 brewer, actually not this one, a ceramic version of this one, or a pack of 100 V60 filters, or a nice water resistant scale. So go ahead and go sign up and get that going. If you're an old subscriber, you still get access to the gift, to the sign up gift. And once you do, I will go through and delete your account on the old one and refund you if there's any kind of double payment going on, just so you're aware of that. But obviously I am a sleepless, restless man today. I'm still in my robes. So I need to make some coffee. And we're going to be making the brand new coffee of the month. This is one that I'm really excited about. Most of the subscribers have already gotten their coffee. I'm making another shipment tomorrow for all of the new subscribers, and you will be receiving the Finca San Victor, roasted here in Austin by Tiny House Coffee Roasters. Let's get that nice and close. So this coffee is a Guatemalan, and yes, last month we also did a Guatemalan, but to me, I wanted to highlight the difference between two different roasters using two different farms to source their coffee, and how different a same region coffee can end up being. And this one, it was actually a really hard choice. Tiny House has a lot of amazing coffees that I wanted to get into your hands. In fact, as a subscriber, you will also get a sample bag of their barrel-aged coffee, which is this coffee that has this distinct whiskey aroma because they've aged the green coffee in whiskey barrels. It's novel, it's interesting, and the aroma is very intense, which is why I didn't feature it. I didn't want somebody to say, hey, this is too intense for me, I wanted something different. But I did want everybody to try it, which is why you've got those samples in your bag. In addition to that, so today I'm actually going to be brewing two things. We're going to be brewing this coffee. I'm going to walk you through my current recipe, which still needs some tweaking, but I'm pretty happy with. And I'm also going to be showing off this brand new product, which subscribers also got a sample of. In fact, that's what we're going to be doing first. So let me go ahead and crack this open. Now what this is a travel pour-over pack. So it cracks open like that, and then this little guy comes out. Looks like a tea bag, but it's not quite a tea bag. Don't just throw this into hot water. You actually want to open up the wings on each side, and you want to rip off the top portion there. So that that does smell so good. I love the smell of fresh coffee. And I'm actually really happy that still smells so good because, it hasn't been sitting around for a long time, but like it's pre-ground and then it's put into a sealed bag. And that was one of the things that I was worried about is like, how well will this preserve the ground coffee? But so far, so good. Yeah, so you so you rip off that top portion there, you open up the wings, and you set that over your favorite coffee mug. So the wings kind of sit, grip on either side. And it's roughly 1.5 ounces in each of these, which I don't normally do. So we're going to switch it up to ounces. And then it's really simple. There's not a whole lot of technique involved in the pouring here. You're just trying to go as slow as you can, but it is designed to be brought with you anywhere. So hey, you're going to travel, you're going to go visit friends and family this holiday, and there's crap coffee in the hotel. Bring a couple of these with you. You can just pull out the water kettle in the hotel room and use it to make your own pour overs. You're going backpacking or camping. Forget all of the disgusting coffee socks things. Coffee socks I actually kind of enjoy. They have a special place in my heart back when I was super into camping, but this is way better. So you can take these camping, and then the whole reason these even came about is an interesting story. A friend of mine had just bought a brand new investment property that she was going to be using as a short-term rental. And she reached out and she said, "Hey, Wilson, I've got this short-term rental and I want to have a good coffee setup. What do you recommend?" And I was like, "Hey, this is perfect timing because I have just started playing around with and testing this new product where it's a single-use pour-over setup. So you get quality coffee. It's disposable and compostable, single-use little packets that you can set out for your guests." And she was like, "Oh my, that is perfect. That way I don't have people running off with like a pound of coffee." So what I've been able to do for her is send her a couple of packets of these every once in a while so she can set them out for her guests and improve their coffee experience because they're getting better coffee, but also better manage her own expenses when it comes to running this short-term rental. And you see that I'm actually doing this like zero technique. I'm just pouring and filling. And it is going to start steeping here in a second, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the timer. But again, this is the kind of situation where it's for travel. You don't need a scale. You don't need a fancy kettle. You just need a mug and this little packet and some hot water, and you just sit it in, pour it all through, let it sit for a little bit, pull it out, and then you've got a cup of coffee. All right, and of course, you gotta smell everything. Yeah, no, I can definitely notice a little bit of loss in aromatics because of that pre-ground coffee, but it smells really good. So I'm gonna let that steep for a little bit. We'll give it a sip. We'll try it out. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to figure out something more technical. I'm gonna show off the new website. See if I can make that work. Success. Yes, I think this is working. Okay. All right. So there's definitely a couple of things that I need to tweak. I still need to fix this this menu thing. It's right now it's stuck as it is right there, but that's not a big deal. And you'll see that the first thing that you get to see on the website, the first thing that shows up, is the 3 different options that we have for the subscription. So you've got your taster, your single bag a month, your explorer, 2 bags a month, your caffeinator, 3 bags a month. And there are actually options for 4 or 5 bags a month, which have a better than the best value. And those are available through the tester option right now, but I'm planning on adding those in later and fixing that up. Of course, beautiful imagery. Oh yes. Oh, look at that. That is such a good pour. Whoever did that did an amazing job. Yes, that is stock photography. I should not be admitting that. All of this photography is my own, and let me tell you guys, product photography is not easy. Hire a professional. The only one that I'm actually proud of is this middle one here. Like, I think that looks pretty good. Everything else is kind of, it could be better. So I'll probably be working on those soon. But yes, so we have the subscriptions here, as well as all of the different coffee gadgets that we have. And we've got a little bundle set. I know this is something that a lot of people have been requesting of me. They've been saying, "Hey, Wilson, I love that you're doing this thing. I love that you have the subscription. I love that you have all this coffee gear, but I don't know what I need. I don't know what I want. Can you just like give me a link to something so that I can get all of that?" And that's what this is. If you click through here, then you'll have your choice of which products you actually want to add to your bundle, and there is a slight discount for bundling 3 or more, I believe. Yes, select options, build your own kit. Okay, so this is fun. We need to work on this a little bit. Oh, yes. And did my whole internet go out? I don't know. Can't tell if my internet's out or not. I hate it when this happens. Yeah, that's the old site. Don't go there. Don't do that. All right, you know what? I think the issue is that I am live right now, and that's what's going on. If you do go to the new site and you're having speed issues, please let me know. These are things that I need to fix and figure out what's going on. But hopefully it's just because I'm live right now, and that's taking up too much of my internet. So we're going to skip over that. The main thing to note is that there are a couple of new features on the website that a lot of people have been asking for. You can leave reviews now. I have so much gratitude for the people who've reached out and been like, "How do I leave a review?" And then I have no place to have reviews. So that's one of the bigger reasons why we even had a new website, is so that we can have reviews on the different products that we offer. So if you have been a subscriber, you've signed up for any length of time, please go leave a review on the new website. Right now it looks kind of empty and bizarre to have just a product that says nothing and a bunch of products that have no reviews. So I would really, really appreciate that. There's like a tiny little incentive thing at the end of it that like you should get an email depending on certain criteria. I don't know if I set it up right, but let me know if you get that. So in addition to having that going on, there is also a referral program that should be up and live soon. But once you create an account, you can do the whole like send an email to a friend and both of you get $10 off. If you're already a subscriber, your $10 will be applied as a store credit and it'll automatically deduct from your next month's payment. If you're not, you can save up your credits and then subscribe or buy a product or whatever. There's ways to share that to social media, to whatever. And once you have an account, you can log in and kind of check, hey, how much store credit do I have? Who have I sent this to? Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, what else is... I've been able to maintain a coherent train of thought despite my crazy lack of sleep, which is always good. Until now. Now my coherent thought is completely gone. Let's see, what else is good about the new website? Oh, you can customize your subscription. So this morning I ran out of water. So I don't know if you saw my little jug of water that I pulled out there. And so I had to add in my third wave water to a jug of distilled water. So in your customizable subscription, you can add X number of third wave water sachets in order to get every single month. You can also add on the little travel packs. If you know every month I'm going to need like 3 or 4 of these, you can add those on and both of those, if they're on the subscription, they come with a discount. Also, this is another huge thing that people kept asking for, and that was a huge headache for me on the back end. If you go into your account on the website, your subscription, the next order should be shown, and you can add other products to it rather than placing a completely separate order for products and making that whole dance kind of awkward. Okay, so this is the last of my first bag of the Finca San Victor, and let's get into brewing some. This is a really good coffee. So I've been playing with this coffee back and forth, kind of making adjustments to the ratio for the most part. I've kind of left the grind, and I changed the temp. I've played with the temperature a little bit, and we've settled on a kind of 90-ish degrees, so 90 to 92 is where I've had the most success in extracting what I want from this. And the ratio, similar to last month's Guatemala, I like these coffees, or I like this coffee at a higher ratio. So I like the higher or lower. I always get confused by that. At a 1 to 16 is what we're going for. Now, normally I recommend starting coffees as you start exploring them with 1 to 13, and I know that's kind of controversial, but I have trouble tasting things, all things, so I tend to like a stronger concentration of tastes for me to analyze. Now, most places will recommend that you start at a 1 to 16, but that's just never done it for me. But this particular coffee, a lot of that cherry comes out at a weaker ratio, 1 to 16. Let's go with weaker and stronger instead of higher and lower. So I've been doing 25 grams of coffee in. This is for you. I want you to try it.
Are you recording?
Oh, I'm live. It is hot. Hot coffee. Hot coffee coming through. There's only one person who will know that reference. 2 people in the world. All right, and everything else is pretty standard. We're going to start with a pretty strong bloom. I'm actually going to go up to like 70 grams of water in. Oh, that was 80. Then I'll give it a quick stir. Get that slurry all mixed up. Should have started my timer first, but you know, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of forgiveness right now. Ah, yes, and the robe. I'm still in robes. Still in my morning robes. Oh, you know what? And I forgot to smell it. Oh, that smells so... I love Guatemalans on cold day. I don't know what it is about cold weather and Guatemalan coffees that do it for me. But I'm so glad that I get to share that with you. All right, in about 40 seconds, we're going to start the initial pour. We're going to be pretty aggressive, as usual, on that initial pour, going up to our target pretty fast. And yeah, so we did 30 grams in. Our target end weight is 485. Did I do my math correctly? 300 times 10, 300 plus 150, 450 plus another 30, 480. So 480 is what we're going for. And we're roughly 60% of that. So we're going up to just under 300 on that first pour. And then after it goes down a little bit, we're going to finish off the pour with a slightly slower pace, going up all the way to 480. And we want that final drawdown time to be around the 3 to 3.5 minute mark. It's kind of what we're going for. And so this coffee in particular, like all Guatemalans and like most South Americans, it's got that rich, chocolatey, creamy taste to it. This one has a very syrupy and lovely sweetness, much like honey to it. So it's a syrupy body, honey-like sweetness to it. And I love, whenever there's sweetness, that's a good indicator that things were done well at every stage of the process. They were grown and harvested with care. They were roasted with care. They were packaged with care. Now it's up to us to brew that with care so we can get that sweetness out. But most interesting to me is these cherry undertones. They are strong enough. Oh, went a little bit over. And then one last final little stir of the slurry. They're strong enough that on a couple of pours, I've been reminded of like cherry Coke, aside with that, like paired with that sweetness, that's always really cool when you get that coupling of different flavors that send some kind of brain signals to you to remind you of something. And it may just be me because cherry Coke, for whatever reason, like I didn't have a whole lot of sodas growing up as a kid, but cherry Coke was that one that it was like it was the unicorn of sodas for me. Like I never got it, I never found it, and when I did, I was just like mind blown. Now I don't have any desire for it. It doesn't, like, what? Maybe I should go get a cherry Coke today, see if I can relive some of that nostalgia. Oh, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. I didn't really do anything yesterday, which was disappointing and sad. But my family had fun while I was pulling my hair out trying to fix the website issues. But we got them fixed. We did it. All right, there's that coffee. I'm gonna get a nice shot of a pour. And hey, cheers. Cheers. Stay caffeinated, my friends. I will see you soon. And once again, I cannot do this while maintaining eye contact. This is the most difficult thing I've ever done. No, don't break eye contact. I had to. Bye.